Hi, everybody. My name is Derek Kalin. I'm an innovation specialist with the Helper Hub, and this is a tutorial on how to onboard new members to innovationforchange.net. Innovationforchange.net is a pretty complicated website. We've got 7 different regional hubs, each with their own private space on the platform, and then a global hub, which is the common space where everybody interacts. It's a complicated process. This is a video to help guide you through the process of onboarding members for your hub and hopefully make it as simple as possible. So, new applicants to join innovationforchange.net would come here to innovationforchange.net, and they would go and click on a little button that says register to fill out a form. This form asks them a number of questions about themselves. What email address can they be reached at? What username would they like to have? What is their first and last name, their organization, their region, their country, their language of preference, the type of user that they are they a civil society organization or a member of academia, etc.? Do they have a sponsor organization? And do they have an email address where that sponsor can be reached? Now, you, as a platform administrator for your region, can decide that you want to get additional questions on this survey. Say you want to get somebody's WhatsApp phone number or their Facebook account, or you want to get a list of their skills and interests. Please contact the Helper Hub, and we'll be able to help you set up the form to customize it for your particular region. Assuming that the user fills out this entire form and hits submit, it goes on to the next stage of the process, which involves something called Trello. Now, Trello is a project management tool. It's commonly used in the tech sector. It's friendly and pretty easy to use. And the Helper Hub has selected it as the primary way that we're going to process applications for the network. Now, after a user submits an application to join innovationforchange.net, that application gets routed here to a Trello board called Platform Verification 2.0. And you can see that there are 4 different possible lists for the platform. So there's applied, in process, accepted, and rejected. And when new applications come in, they come to the applied section. This is the list of applications that still have to be processed. And you can see that each of these applications look a little bit different. I just submitted an application for somebody named Jill Lacroix, who's from MENA. And you can see that Jill's card is labeled as MENA, and it's assigned to a particular person. In this case, I've chosen my colleague Chi-Chi, but it will eventually be the person who runs the MENA website who will make this decision. As the application progresses, it moves from left to right through this Trello board. So for example, if I'm Chi-Chi and I want to process Jill's application from the MENA hub, I pick it up, click, and drag it into in process. And that's how I register that I am now looking at Jill's application. If I click on Jill's card, I see all the information that she provided during the onboarding process. So I have her name, her organization, the date that she applied, the email address that she can be reached at, etc. If I need more information, I can reach out to Jill directly at the email address that she's provided, ask some more questions, or if I think I'm going to be asking the same question over and over, again, the Helper Hub can customize the onboarding form for you. So feel free to ask as much information as you want from the new applicant. At this point, during the verification process, it's up to you to figure out how you want to proceed. We suggest that at a minimum, users, people processing new applications, follow up with the person that people say is a sponsor, who should be a network member, and just ask, hey, do you know Jill? Do you think she's trustworthy? Is she someone who should be in the network? You can also reach out to the person directly and ask to interview them, or follow an entirely different process of your own choosing. It's up to you, but we recommend that you use the same process for all the applicants who come up. after you go through your application process, say you ask the person for more information or you try to get feedback from their sponsor, it's a good idea to just write a note so you can keep track of what you've done. I talked with Jill on Saturday. She seems like a great addition to the network! Exclamation point, smiley face. And you can see the history of interactions with this particular application. Once you have finished with the application process, you've asked the questions that you want to ask, you've checked with the right people, you can make the choice whether to accept or reject the application, and you drag it into the appropriate column, depending on what you decide to do. In this case, I'm going to accept Jill, and regardless of whether you accept or reject, you go down to the bottom of the application, and where it says to accept or reject this application, click here, you click there. And it will take you to innovationforchange.net. So, on innovationforchange.net, to see this screen that I'm looking at right now, you need administrator access. So if you aren't able to see this screen after clicking the button, contact the Helper Hub. We'll make sure that you have the privileges that you need. Okay, so here is the pending screen. This is the list of users who are still waiting to be processed on innovationforchange.net. And we see right up at the very top, Joe, which is the name that Jill has used as her username. Now, if I were going to reject Jill, I would hit delete, and I'd get a screen that would prompt me to say, are you sure you want to delete this application? I'd say yes, and I'd write off an email to Jill saying, sorry, your application has been denied, and maybe explain a little bit why. If I accept Jill's application, I go over here to the button Activate. And it'll take a second. It'll ask you to confirm, do you in fact want to activate Jill? I say, yeah, absolutely. And I hit confirm. So now Jill has been added as a basic user to the global website. But we want to do two things. One, we want to make sure that Jill's able to do everything that she needs to do on the website, on the global website. And two, we still need to add her to the regional website to which she applied. Let's do that now. So I'm going to go from the pending application screen back to all. And in our case, Jill is pretty high up on this list since she has a name with 7 A's in it. If you want, you can also just search for her name in this search field, and it will come up. Either works. We're going to find Jill and then edit her account to make sure that she's processed well. All right, here's the users page, and here's the place where you can do a lot of editing of the user. We're not going to go into detail in this tutorial, but suffice it to say, you can change a lot of the user's roles. First thing you're going to do is go to the user's role and make sure that it's appropriate for the global website. In our case, we're going to say that Jill is going to be a level 4. If you're watching this video after November 2018, this level will probably be different, and it'll probably just go to user. Choose whatever role is appropriate. And then scroll down to account management, user roles, and click on manage roles. Okay, here it'll show that Jill is currently a part of the global website, and we want to again just make sure that she has all the privileges of a level 4 user, or the appropriate level for her user. You also want to add her to the website that she applied to. So if I am processing Jill's application for the MENA website, just go ahead and select MENA, and then select the appropriate level for the MENA regions. You see levels 1 through 4 here. All the different regions are coming up with their own user levels, whether to have them be super simple or to come up with different access levels according to the different roles. It's up to you what you want to have. In this case, we're just going to say yes, and then add to blog. And you can see that Jill now shows up both for global and for MENA. And then the last step is to hit update user. And that's it. Your new applicant is now a happy and productive member of innovationforchange.net. At this point, I recommend writing an email to that user, welcoming them, maybe sending them an onboarding package, and if you want them to have access to different services as a result of being a network member, like having an innovationforchange.net email address or getting access to the innovationforchange.net team drive, it's a great idea to contact the Helper Hub and ask them to get onboarded. So this has been a long tutorial, but I hope that clears up some of the questions for how you can onboard new members to innovationforchange.net. Please contact us at support@innovationforchange.net, or just contact your friendly Helper Hub contact that you already have their information for, and ask us whatever questions that you have. We want to make this process work for you, so please give us feedback so we can make it better. Okay. Thanks very much. Good luck.